So in today's story, it is called Jesus Has Risen. Yes. So I'm sure that you heard in the last story that Jesus died and was crucified on the cross. Okay, but today's story, oh, it's all good news. Here we go. Jesus is risen. So after Jesus had died, some of his friends took his body and they put him in a tomb. You might ask, Miss Stacy, what is a tomb? Well, that's a good question. So a tomb is a great big rock that has like a cave in it. You can see here in our picture that there's a big, huge stone and it has like a cave. And a long time ago, they would put people who had died, they would put their bodies in there and they would take a great big stone and then they would roll it in front of the opening. Okay, so that's what they did with Jesus's body. And they sealed it, just as you see, with a great big stone. They rolled it in front of it so nobody could get to Jesus's body. And as a matter of fact, they even posted guards outside so nobody could get to it. Okay? And then, 3 days later, the earth shook, and an angel of the Lord came down from heaven, and he pushed that stone right out of the way. The angel came and he sat there. Well, when the soldiers saw this, they were scared. They fell down and pretended like they were dead. They were terrified. But just a little bit while longer, Mary was coming to see Jesus in the tomb, okay? And her and her friends were walking up to the tomb and they saw the angel. And the angel told them, "Do not be afraid. Jesus is not here." What? Jesus is not here? The angel said, "No, he is risen." They were so excited. The angel told them, "Go tell Peter and all the other disciples that Jesus is alive." Oh, what exciting news. Well, Mary and her friends, they did just that. They went off to go tell everybody that Jesus had risen and he was alive. But while they were going, they ran in to Jesus. Well, instantly they fell to their knees and they worshiped him. But Jesus smiled and said, "Go tell the others that I will see them in Galilee." Well, Mary and her friends were so excited that they got up and they ran off and they did just that. They wanted to make sure that everybody knew that Jesus had risen. So exciting. Such exciting news. Remember, this is all part of God's rescue plan that we've been talking about. So, just wanted to recap what happened today in today's story. Sadly, Jesus had died, right? And they placed him in a great big, a big tomb? That's right. But a few days later, the ground shook. Remember that? And who showed up? An angel showed up. And he pushed that great big stone out of the way. And the guards were scared, remember? But then came along Mary and her friends that came to see Jesus. And they saw the angel sitting there, and the angel said, "Don't be afraid. Jesus is not here. Remember, he is already risen." That's right, he is risen. He's alive. And they told them, "Go tell Peter and the disciples that Jesus is alive." Okay, so on their way back, they were on their way back to tell the disciples that. And who did Mary run into? Ran into Jesus. That's exactly right. They ran into Jesus and they fell at Jesus' feet and they were so happy. But Jesus told them, "Go ahead, go back, tell the disciples that I'll meet them in Galilee." And Mary did, and her friends, they did just what Jesus said. All right, so that is today's story. Jesus is alive. All right, we'll see you soon and we'll read some more stories.